Project Moto Racing may have been about the only good news we got this past week. That and all other news right here, right now. Greetings from me, you're watching WromWrom, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing and a regular news roundup, our weekly sim racing news. Thanks to all those who come here often, especially those who subscribe, and even more, our patrons. My name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. There's a lot to unpack this week, and many of the news were not good. But one of the good news was that we now know more about Project Moto Racing, including a release date, or at least a release date that has been rumored within the time frame Straight4 has officially confirmed. So let's go check the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, this has been once again a lukewarm month for our hobby when it comes to usage numbers, as the average daily users only went up a tiny bit compared to last month, while they are 2,500 daily users more than last year at about the same time. Assetto Corsa Evo's numbers continued their downward slide, not surprisingly, as there isn't much to do there yet, as did the numbers for Wreckfest 2 for about the same reasons. Automobilista 2 usage is also slowly declining. For what we could call a sideways motion, the numbers for Le Mans Ultimate climbed a tiny bit, but are still at a very high number, as did Assetto Corsa Competizioni's numbers. And regarding this week's EA WRC news we'll talk about later in the video, I'd like to note that Dirt Rally 2 still has more users by far than EA's newest rally sim, although both went down in the usage. EA's WRC will not be developed further and may very well be the last WRC sim EA publishes. At least that's what we understand from a statement by the FIA WRC saying they are going in an ambitious new direction, which of course can only mean motorsport games are going to take over. Kidding! It's actually Naken who are going to take it over again. Yeah, kidding again. We in fact don't know where they are going with it and are quite sure they don't know either. Once again, as we all expected, EA pulls a reverse Midas, turning all they touch into manure. Buying a studio and then absolutely not knowing what to do with it. They messed up Project Cars 3, they messed up WRC, and the F1 games don't look too well either. For all intents and purposes, Codemasters is but a shell of what it was, and the only ones who profited were the managers. EA had the $1.2 billion to buy Codemasters, but did not have one functioning brain cell between all of them to be able to continue developing good sims. No surprise here, we all expected this to go as badly as it has. I just would have wished to be proven wrong this once. One company that is not getting rid of people much to the contrary of EA is Simocube, who have many open positions on their website for anyone wanting to get on the hardware side of sim racing. From marketing to electronics designer, there's something for almost everyone, and there may be something for you. And Tampere is a beautiful city in a great country, not to speak of the great team that awaits you there. In a couple of weeks, you'll know why I know. We got yet another glimpse of NASCAR 25 in a development diary. In it, the team tells us they recorded the actual sound of the cars to reproduce in the game, and they got real live spotters to record their voices. American Truck Simulators SCS are working in what they call their road trip project, which is planned to allow you to drive street legal cars through the world of ATS. For that, they need your help, as they want to record the motor sounds of very specific cars. If you want to be part of that and have the cars they need, see the link to their blog post in the description of this video. Rennsport informed us the full release of the sim will happen this year for consoles and PCs at the same time, but are not able to deliver a fixed date quite yet. It seems they are waiting for other studios to move first with their release dates, possibly so that they are not overshadowed by those. One thing they could say was that the damage system will be the same on console as it is on PC, and that's also because they want to have crossplay working from day one. Oh, and don't expect VR to come back anytime soon, especially not before the full release. What will be there at full release are NPC drivers. If you like what you see, how about supporting us? A like and a comment to tell the almighty algorithm we are worth watching are a good start. Subscribing is even better, and what really helps us grow is you becoming a patron, as YouTube's income is tiny for us sim racing channels. Patrons get access to exclusive content and are involved in our decision. Help us grow with your support. Help us keep spreading the joy of sim racing. Become a patron today. We said as much last week. The steady drip of information by Straight4 was leading to something. And indeed, Project Motor Racing has announced they are going to release the sim this year. While they only say autumn 2025, there are rumors about the 26th of September, which would be early autumn. But those rumors may or may not be right, and it's in no way official information by them. Checking out the reveal trailer, you can see multi-class racing, pit stops with an animated pit stop crew, and of course we can see it will be on consoles as well as PC. One thing they point out on the website is that they are aiming for complete car classes, even if at the moment they don't have them, at least based on the cars they have officially announced on there. We'll see how far they get with that promise, as we know from Reza and their Automobilista 2 that license conversations can be difficult. And Ian Bell has a long track record of overpromising and under-delivering. Also, it seems the sim will allow mods at one point or another. What for now they are promising is to deliver over 70 cars from 10 racing classes and 27 track layouts. Layouts, not tracks, on release. And it seems they are aiming for a full release, not some half-baked early access, which is a relief. Also, the modes they promise to deliver on this full release are single-player, online racing, which we suppose is multiplayer, leaderboards, so we suppose hot lapping, and full race weekends. Also, they talk about dynamic weather, 24-day night cycle, and the changes of the tracks during racing, especially in changing weather conditions. Project Cars 1 and 2 already were moving towards, and Automobilista 2 has. Project Motor Racing will cost €90 USD in pre-order if you want to have a 1-year season pass to go with it, or €60 USD if you don't want, need or can afford the season pass. The pre-orders will include what they call a GTE Decade Pack, of which they give absolutely no details. More about Project Motor Racing in our podcast on Thursday. Don't miss it.